All right, so I'm going to take you through, this is kind of like the warm-up where these are the exercises that are actually going to teach your body the skills of really the base foundations for how to create speed. And so a few of the ones I'm going to start off with, this is like, I don't have very much time this morning because videoing takes so much time, but normally what I'll do in here is I'll do 7 different exercises. I'll do each one for a minute, and I'll do it for around 2 to 3 rounds depending on what it is. Now for time constraints, I've got 4 exercises, and I might do them for 3, but mainly for 2. Now, each one of these is not really, the main thing, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is generally when I do this. So the first thing that I like to do is make sure that I'm not gonna get injured. So I don't wanna get injured, this is number one thing to me. So I always wanna do something that's gonna make my body move and loosen up and slowly start getting my heart rate up more and more. So what I'm gonna do is the ropes at first. Now this is so good because this actually allows you to practice kind of the movement in through your arms and that translation, you know, translating kind of that core energy going back and forth. Next, I've got my sledgehammer right here and a tire, just some slams on it. Then I've got one of my med balls and one of my slam walls over here. I also have a bigger slam wall over here, but we're not gonna use that today. And then the last stage is gonna be kind of like a balanced movement. Now, each one of these is really designed to kind of help me with the fundamentals of my golf swing, but each one of these is specifically, every single one of these movements will translate into a lot of different sports, and specifically rotational balance, technique, and power, speed, strength, core stability, whatever you want to call it around here. Learning how to do this safely, fast, and stably is like the number one thing. So I always go with the timer. So I always do it with the timer because it just makes it easier for me too. So the first exercise is just ropes. And see, I'm not even doing these too incredibly, and every single one of these is for like a minute-long deal. So what I'm doing here is, it might not even look like it, my arms actually look like these ropes. And then what I'm doing is, you can see my center is moving back and forth and is rotating. And these ropes are not very expensive. You can use these anywhere. And I'm lucky enough to have a building, but these would work really great in your backyard, especially if you got a tree to build a slam wall. I only have 20 seconds left. So like even some of this stuff I'll start doing it on 1 foot. Now I'm losing my ability. Makes it a lot harder to manipulate my torso here. But I'm teaching my body balance and torso manipulation here. One of the next ones is gonna be a sledgehammer on this. And this one's so good because what you're doing is you're raising it up, and I'm not even using my arms. I'm manipulating my center and my mass. You can see me dropping. Really all I'm doing is coming back. I'm setting this in motion, so this is gonna come by itself, and then dropping. Now this is helping me loosen up, but it's also helping my body and my brain learn how to use the center of my mass to generate speed in this sledgehammer. So you can see I can do this easy or put a lot behind it. Normally I'll do 30 seconds, 30 seconds. This is one of my favorite ones over here too. On this one, I have a noodle. Let's see if I can get it. This one I have a noodle and a bag here, so. This is working on a lot of different things right here. You can see I'm doing rotational, balance, and I'm having to learn how to move through this posture. I am so tight. Again, this is like some of my first exercises and doing this in almost 6 months. So I'm gonna be tight doing it. But you can see there's really no way you could balance on this noodle and just do this with your arms. And these move pretty quick, and you can see my heart rate's already getting up. I gotta hurry to beat the buzzer. And generally I'll do these for 30 seconds each side. This is one of my favorites. This first set, just here, and then throwing it. But some key things in here is that I'm doing this just how my golf swing is. And because I generally play a fade, what I'm working on is how my right arm is in my chest. Left-handed. And then, this is the last video, but then I'll even do the throw hops. And do the... So, you can see some of these sets. I'm not gonna make you watch the next ones too, but what these are doing are really kind of drip down effects that you'll start to learn, because that med ball is one of the most important things that you can learn. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stop the video here because the med ball is one of the most important things that you can learn. I'll do an entire video just on this, is because it's got weight to it. And the rotational ones, you can't throw it by making big movements. You know, watching my kids learn how to play golf, they have like a cheat because the golf clubs are so much heavier for them. So they have to really learn how to work their center, because if they don't, they're gonna fall over or fall down swinging it because it's so heavy. So like a med ball simulates that to a full-grown man, and you can feel how to learn like a kid with just a heavier med ball. This one's only 6 pounds, I go all the way up to 20, but med ball throws teach you the foot movement, how to anchor your foot, your center, how to push off, how to do all these things on here. So this is just my warm-up. I'll do some more videos over more exercises I do. Again, this is gonna be the first week getting back into this. So along with video, I don't have as much time, so I'm not gonna do as much sets going through here. But these exercises right here are something you can do at home. They're easy to do, and they really translate into golf. They're good for cardio. As a matter of fact, I wear a Whoop, and generally doing a speed training session for like an hour, I will burn more calories than I will, you know, swimming or basically only running beats it. So it's a pretty good exercise. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow around for more great videos coming out, specifically on how to generate speed in golf and learn the movements and the biomechanics subconsciously, so they kind of just trickle down to it. So thanks for watching, guys.